Thank you for joining us in a new episode of TEDCO, The Leading Edge. I am Tammi Thomas, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer at TEDCO. And with us today is Sarah Iranpour, founder of PerSoN Clinic. Sarah, thank you for joining us today to talk about your entrepreneurial journey with PerSoN Clinic.
Thank you, Tammi. Thank you.
So Sarah, let's start by you telling us a little about PerSoN Clinic and what inspired the idea behind it.
Tammi, first, let me thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about PerSoN. So there was no aha moment. PerSoN concept is the result of personal and social pains that I observed over time. Today, we have 60 million people living with mental health issue. 1 in 5 teens seriously consider suicide. This is scary. 10% don't have any access to mental health services. The one who have access, the care is limited, and it doesn't look like that is working. And the care provider don't look at the patient as a whole. So these are all were a pressing issue that bothered me. And most importantly, we don't have an outcome measure in place today. So mental health is a complex and intertwined condition. Did you know diagnosed depression is highly prevalent among cancer, COPD, diabetes, smokers, and wide range of rare diseases? And if any of these conditions, any of these patients suffer from depression, then their cost of care is more than doubled. Okay. So it's a huge issue. Before COVID, so this is a story. This is how we started. Before COVID, when the virtual world in the health space was an alien world, we decided to create a comprehensive virtual care space that empowers the patient with a set of health modules to manage their condition, communicate effectively with their care providers, and most importantly, measure the outcomes, which in the end will enables and empowers health researchers. So we decided to create that virtual care space. And I remember my scientist friend, when I first shared the idea with him, he said, Sarah, this is a very difficult journey. You set yourself for failure. And I said, no, we're going to do it. We're going to be successful. So we developed that technology, and PerSoN Clinic is a comprehensive virtual care space that we created in collaboration with NIH. We pitched the idea to NIH. They loved it. They worked with us. 7 scientists in NIH initially worked with us to establish the foundation of the technology. Then recently, we launched PerSoN.care that basically use the PerSoN Clinic technology to offer a holistic approach to online counseling within this virtual care space. Okay. So in PerSoN Care space, our client have access to different health modules, to PerSoN Care community. The system is designed to encourage our client to play an active role in their counseling journey. Did I lose you? Do I picture the space for you clearly?
Oh yeah, no, that's good. We have some more questions that's going to help to clarify this, Sarah. It's great that you kept your positive attitude and didn't listen to the naysayer. Can you tell us a little bit more about how PerSoN Clinic and PerSoN Care is impacting the community?
So let me, first talk more about the PerSoN Care. And, I invite everyone to visit our newly launched platform, PerSoN.care. So again, it's not PerSonCare.com, it's a PerSoN.care. And the very first thing that you will realize there is that, we let our client to choose their own counselors. The clients and counselor relationship is an intimate one. And by enabling them to listen to their counselors in video clip, read about them and choose them and switch between their counselors, this is one of the differentiators that we have compared to other online counseling that are in the market. Second, our pricing model and our membership model is highly competitive and affordable. And then, we, whether you are dealing with a mental health or you are suffering from a lifestyle event, or life, event, and you need a life coach, then we are giving you both options. So the PerSoN Care is very different than any other online counseling that is out there. Now, you are asking about what is our impact on the healthcare system. We are aiming to break the silo approach in our healthcare system. And we are starting with the mental health space, because it's pressing issue, is an international crisis. We are positioning PerSoN to be an international, globally recognized brand, lowering the cost of care and creating an effective bridge between patient and health researchers. So that is our ultimate impact on the health space, basically.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. And I think many of us who might not have had a true appreciation of mental health and well-being before the pandemic, I think we all are in agreement of how this affects everybody. Even if it's not us personally on an individual basis, it's going to be somebody, friends and family that we know. And it's amazing to hear that your platform allows people to choose their own counselors, because many people are interested in not only having the best care, but being able to create a positive relationship or feel good about the people that they have in their sphere that are helping them with their health outcomes.
And it's beyond that, is choosing. I put that here because a lot of online counseling that you go and search for Google, then you find these sites that you're going to fill out set of forms and they're going to assign someone to you. This is an intimate relationship. I need to pick that person. So that's one aspect. Another aspect of that is, just one counseling session doesn't help anyone. You need this continuous of support. You need this constant connection. You need access to all these different tools that it can help you doing better on whatever is your counseling goal. So, developing those health modules that we develop in collaboration with scientists, this is very important. Another aspect of our approach is the fact that you can actually use not only the counselor, but the community. So you are within this virtual care space that is not one-on-one Zoom-like counseling session. And that is what you get usually when you say online counseling. We be creating this space that everyone can support each other. Our tagline is healing together. So you have this one-on-one connection and all the tools and support system that help you to get to your counseling goal faster and more effectively.
So in a way, from a layman's term, is it like we're able to virtually build out our village of health people that will help us? So it's like, I'm a mother, and if I'm trying to help find health providers that are going to help my child, I'm able to be more proactive and involved in creating this village of support for her.
Absolutely. This is exactly what
you make it easy.
Exactly. So you do have this PerSoN Care community that you go there and you talk with other mom that might suffer from, same issue that you are dealing with. So you not only have access to your one-on-one counseling that you get through your membership, but then you do have access to this community. We're building this community. We invite everyone to join us. And, as I said, life is a difficult journey, whether you are healthy or not healthy. And it's much harder when we are suffering from any other behavioral or mental health condition. So we need to use every possible tool. And that's is our aim. That is our goal, to work with
People aren't by
scientists.
themselves. By using your
Exactly.
tool, they're not by themselves. And even though you're using technology, you're humanizing the technology.
Yes,
So you're making it
absolutely.
convenient for people so they don't have to get in their car to go from place to place or use the search engines. You created this one, I know we're saying platform, but I want to say, I want to talk about how it's a virtual community, a virtual village that
Village.
supports us in being healthy and productive citizens. But I want to go to the next question. Just make sure we get the information out here to folks that are interested in
Sure.
not only learning about PerSoN Clinic and PerSoN Care, but you are a phenomenal founder and entrepreneur. So we know that some of our listeners are people that are looking to start their own companies, hopefully in Maryland, but anywhere in the world. And so we just want you to also talk about some things about how you're growing your company. So my next question for you, Sarah, is what are some of the key milestones for PerSoN Clinic since its launch? And can you provide some of the information in a way that if there are other founders or entrepreneurs that are out there that are looking to start their own companies, they would glean some key milestones and nuggets of wisdom from you and how they can help to grow their company. So again, the question
Absolutely.
is, what are some of the key milestones for PerSoN Clinic since your launch?
So number one, if I want to say anything to my daughter who wants to go through similar entrepreneurship journey, I would say, if you have a dream, don't give up. That's number one. Number two, we don't know it all. We learn as we go. Surround yourself with advisors and people who have gone through similar, journey before, and learn from them. Milestone. I think at the beginning we were super lucky. We were good because shortly after we launched PerSoN Clinic, which basically was only technology, we developed it to serve hospitals, to serve CROs, as a virtual clinical trial. Shortly after, we won a couple, international award. We were listed in Bolton website Care, which is a UK based website, as a preferred self-help tools for their patients. And then we attended a competition in Denmark, a startup competition. We won a gold medal there. And then after that, we got a very generous a startup package from Austria government, which then they hosted me for 2 months. And it was a great experience. And we created a strong relationship with a health community there. There was a pilot that we were planning to launch there in 2020, which unfortunately we ran into the COVID. And that's where, you're talking about a milestone. You're going as planned, and all of a sudden something happened. 2020 come, COVID happened, traveling stopped, and we are a startup, we are self-funded, and every day that passed by, we are, eating up our resources. And at that moment, I realized that, it would be very difficult to go with our B2B model, considering all the health systems. We were in the pilot stage, and all the health system, we're dealing with the COVID and how to address that. So at that moment, I need to make a decision, and we decided, okay, we're going to go to the market directly, and we launched PerSoN Care. We plan to launch PerSoN Care, and I think if it was because of the TEDCO, if it wasn't because of the TEDCO, I couldn't make that pivot. So for everyone who are out there, there's a long journey ahead of me. There is a lot of lesson that I need to learn, and I'm asking everyone who can join our advisory board and give me, hints. I'm all, I need those. But for those who are before us and they thinking of starting, it's not easy, but stick there and you're going to get there. So yeah, and we did a pivot to PerSoN Care basically in 2020.
Thank you, sir. So I know when I think one of my first memories of you is at the Maryland Women's Business Center when you were being honored there. And it's just been a pleasure to see how you've grown your business. I mean, you're homegrown here in Maryland, but you're international. As
Yes.
people have heard, you're international. So I want to step back for a moment because you mentioned TEDCO being there to help you out. So if you could provide some insight on how TEDCO helped your business to grow. And for those listeners out there that aren't familiar with TEDCO, we are here to help to identify, invest in, and grow technology and life science startup companies in Maryland. So with that, Sarah, can you share some of the ways that TEDCO helped you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. TEDCO has been a tremendous support to us. I didn't approach the investor communities before TEDCO because we knew that we need to get to the production. We need to have our product in a production. And when I approached TEDCO and shared the vision and share where we are today, the fact that they trusted us, they recognized PerSoN, it's huge. I greatly appreciate that support. It was because of the TEDCO funding that I was able to manage and create necessary technical advancement to PerSoN Clinic to build the PerSoN Care layer basically and launch PerSoN Care. Without their funding and without their support, I wouldn't be where I am today. I mean, I wouldn't be dissolved, but we definitely it was just at the right time, and we are so grateful. And I encourage everyone who have idea, who feel they need extra help, approach TEDCO. Great team, great support.
Thank you, Sarah. And one of the funds that Sarah received investments from is our Builder Fund, which is part of our funds. So we'll make sure that we provide some information about that fund. It not only invests in our entrepreneurs, but it has wraparound business resources to help the entrepreneur grow. So with that, let me go to the next question, Sarah. Even though you've hinted at it some throughout, our discussion, but just to make sure we tease this out of you, can you tell us what's your vision for the future of PerSoN Clinic?
So I envision a day that PerSoN is a household brand for accessing trusted and affordable care. So
we receive that, Sarah. Yes. I'm
yes,
sorry, keep going.
We will be. No, we will. Yes, absolutely. You're sitting on the dinner table. Your daughter is going through difficulty and she needs help. You say, go to PerSoN.care. There is someone there that I'm sure can help you going through this. Is much easier. And most importantly, we wanted to bridge the gap between the patients and health researchers. We build the PerSoN to be a research platform. Without knowing what works, what doesn't work, and having this close proxy with our researcher, we cannot advance and excel for what we try to do. So yes, we will be a house brand and a platform that the researcher can trust, that they can have a close relationship with their clients.
That's so wonderful, Sarah. Now, it's hard to believe that you can get all of this done with only 24 hours in a day, given how you've grown the company thus far. So for those entrepreneurs that are out there that are working really hard, sometimes not realizing that they need to have a balanced life, can you share with us what you do for fun during your downtime?
Oh, there's no downtime, but I inject purposely, as you said, I inject purposely. I love reading, and because I don't have a time to sit and read, I listen to a lot of audiobooks. So I love to go along the Potomac River, run, and listen to my book. And I, manage to find those time in the weekends. I love yoga, so I do yoga regularly. And most importantly, I love dancing. So last year I registered for tango lesson.
Uh-oh.
And the year before I went for a waltz, and I'm hoping to go back to Austria. So I said I have to dance Viennese waltz perfectly. So I did that. But I do love dancing, and I regularly get together with my girlfriends and go for dancing. So dancing, yoga, reading, it's a fun things that I do. And of course, I spend time with my family, but you know, those are the activity that keep me going.
Well, that's awesome. I know we have one of our colleagues who retired not too long ago, Ron Casey. He used to be over our federal programs. He
Yes.
did ballroom dancing. He would give us lessons. He was amazing. So let's just say I stepped on his toes so many times that he was like, Tammy, you can go sit down. But I can keep up with you on the reading. And in fact, Sarah, when I moved up here to Maryland from Alabama, I chose Howard County because at the time, and I think we still are, it was the #1 public library system in the nation. So I'm
Wow,
like,
wonderful.
Maryland is a great place for entrepreneurs to come and grow your business, to start your business and grow, because the quality of life here is awesome. You can do ballroom dancing, tango. You can have great libraries to go to. I mean, it's just museums, festivals.
Beautiful nature.
Yes,
Potomac
yes,
rivers, sailing. I love
definitely.
sailing.
So Maryland is the place for you to come to grow your business. All right, so Sarah,
I'm into
thank you.
that.
You co-signed, yes. Sarah, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you.
today for TEDCO The Leading Edge. You've been a pleasure. You give us all hope to know that we're not in it by ourselves. There's a village out there, virtual village, for us to make sure that we take care of our health so that we can be here for a very long time and have a great quality of life, right?
Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what we are here to make that happen for everyone. Thank you, Tammy, for having me. Great. See you again here.
All right. Thanks again, Sarah. And for all of you, thank you so much for tuning in for TEDCO The Leading Edge. Until next time.